Hello everyone, welcome back to the Italian Ikazuki live stream. Whatever this nonsense is, who knows. We're going to try to make this work. I do have company today in the presence of a small child. So if it gets to be too much, then we'll head out and I'll just work off stream. Hence why the face cam is off today, because that's what's happening. Oh my goodness, my brain. I am struggling right now. And not in a like cute hee hee way, like a like, oh my goodness, what's next way. Okay. Okay, and then I did pull out another one of the Can Do Crafts, that like wax canvas bags. I was like, why is it back here? And apparently I forgot to put in the connection for the strap, so we'll get that one done too. And then I also pulled out a mini traveler, which now that I think of it, no, we're good. I just need the strap put in the top. So those are a couple things that we'll work on in the next couple days as well. Fibre Shindig is this weekend. Super excited. Nope. We have a gorgeous day. So yeah, let's get some stuff done. It is already 2:45, which is ridiculous. It's just like, oh my god. Alrighty, share, yay. Plug my phone back in because it is suffering. It's like really low power. There we go. Alrighty. Let's get this shit done. Actually, I'm gonna open the window first and then we'll get the shit done. How's that sound? That sounds amazing. I really want a coffee, but I'm like, I do not. It's like, I want a coffee. I want a coffee. Okay. Let me just double check to make sure. I'm pretty sure the blue is supposed to be this one here. It's supposed to have black stitching, so I'll just double check on that. I'm like, yeah, 95% sure, and I was correct. Ugh. This, like, chair mat's definitely broken. Snap, crackle, pop. Okay, the navy goes with the teal, just down here, the sage one. And then we've got this blue for this one, and then black and white for this, or black and silver, off white and gold for that. And then what we need to do is I need to swap out to the black thread. Where did my black thread go? There it is. I'm like, it had to have been right here because we've been working with the black thread for the majority of these bags. I guess I should also just make sure that we're actually properly streaming to the YouTube. Flynn is here, quality control inspecting. Don't worry. If he has the brain cell to actually quality control inspect, it might be something else. But you know, I don't actually know. That is not the right one. It's this one. I don't know why you didn't just auto direct me there, but okay. Also, did anyone else watch the lunar flyby? Because holy fuck, it was so cool. Like, ugh, it was so cool. I hope that y'all were able to see that, because I don't know what to tell you. It was just like so damn awesome. Okay, there we go. Thread on, bobbin, white thread bobbin off, because it's wound, and then we need a black bobbin into the case. So we have Fibre Shindig this weekend, 10 to 4 at Genesis Center in Calgary Northeast. We also have Hanami on April 18th at Ancient Arts Yarns. And then we have Peace Fibre Festival up in Dawson Creek on April 26th. Yes, it's a Sunday, last Sunday of April. And then, yeah, we're gonna see what we can get selling, because I definitely need to cut and sew. Like, so next week we're gonna cut a bunch of kato, work on getting them prepped for Peace Fibre. I know Caroline was also saying that she needs some, so I'm like, okay. We are pretty well stocked on small box bags, but we do have that bin of small box bags that's nearly finished, so I think we'll finish that for Peace Fibre Festival. I also want to make sure that I get in and get some traveler slings complete, and we're also going to try and get some what did I say, traveler slings, and we're going to try to finish up those Dundurn that are like cut. Where the delay on them has occurred is I want to get them Scotch guarded. I've been testing out different water resistance systems. We tried Otacoat, which changed like the color and also the texture. The texture being like, I guess maybe not texture, but the like drape is a better word. Which isn't the worst thing, but when it made the color bleed as bad as it did, it's like, nope. The Scotch Guard can be temporary. It ends up wearing off, typically. However, it can be resprayed. So yeah, so that's something that I've been experimenting with, and I'm happy with the Scotch Guard. I need to get them coated before I sew them, because I don't want to spray them necessarily when they're in the bag. Obviously, that's what'll have to happen with the end consumer, but like the first coat, it doesn't need to be that way. So we are doing, for book club, we are doing Shield of Sparrows and Rights of the Starling. My God, Rights of the Starling is already as good, or maybe even arguably better than Shield of Sparrows. I don't know. Highly enjoying it already. I think I'm only on like chapter 13 or 15. Between 13 and 15, so no spoilers, please. If you're reading it as well, if you're not reading it, catch up. It's so good. And then May will be Ballad of the, or no, When the Moon Hatched, and then June will be Ballad of the Fallen Dragon. I'm listening to Rights of the Starling. And then I'm ebook reading When the Moon Hatched, because I actually DNF'd the audio of When the Moon Hatched because I just could not get into it, and I see why now, having read it. The prologue was very dense. It's not dense, but like makes more sense when I was reading it. I don't know. Sometimes it's just better to read things with your eyeballs instead of listening with your earballs. And that was one of those books. So far I'm really enjoying it. This is when the moon hatched. I am also very much enjoying Rites of the Starling. So like I said, get on it. If you haven't started it or read it, read it. What are you doing listening to me? No, come listen to me too. Or at least have me on in the background. It'll boost my numbers. Don't go away, no. Anyway, so right now, I got all of the welt pockets done on the ones that needed to be white stitched. Now we're working on getting, starting on getting the pockets stitched into the ones that need darker top stitching. And then as far as I know, as far as my instructions go, from what I know, the next step is smash together. Oh, apparently it's make holes in the exterior front panel. Okay, so that we can put the leather on. We've already prepared the zipper. Okay, so yeah, it's next thing is hammering holes in the bags, and then boxing and assembling. Sweet. Okay, so we're not too far off from the end. I knew this was going to come up pretty fast. I figured if I put like today's work should get these done, and then hopefully what I would love to do actually is I would love to get some kato cut to sew, although I do have a couple other things to finish up that would just be super easy to do. So, and then we have to pivot from May, right after Peace Fibre Festival. We'll be going in and making sure we've got a lot of like the obi bags. I have a custom order that needs to be finished for Otafest. Otafest is May long weekend. It's Calgary's anime festival. I will be there as well. And we're going to focus in on the tote bags. Totes. Belt bags were super popular last year, so I'm wondering if I should do a few more of them as well. And like the minis and stuff like that, because Otafest is a little bit more, well, obviously it's not Fibre Festival, it's an anime festival. So like everyday bags, maybe gyoza bags would be a good one for that too. And we have a whole bin of gyoza bags, and I'm like, well, I need more fabric, but I legitimately do have a twill here that would work. So I think we just use what we have here. But yeah, I think add a few more kato. Well, no, never mind. It's not, I think we should add a few more kato for peace. I know we need to add some more kato for peace. I would love to get some traveler slings done as well, but that may or may not happen. Like obi ones. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how my energy level is the next few days. I started Ozempic back in like August for my diabetes, and we've like very slowly put the dose up. Still technically microdosing because it's like I'm on what, like 75, like 0.75. I can't remember if it's like milligrams, milliliters, whatever. Anyway, and here's the thing, it has got me under like extremely good glycemic control finally, because I'm diabetic. That's the main reason to be going on it. The weight loss is a welcome side effect. But this increase in dosage has absolutely cratered my energy levels, and I'm just like, ah, fuck. So we'll see how my energy goes. I am glad that I had a bunch of stuff that I hadn't finished, because on top of that, it's like also we've been sick. So, and to be fair, maybe why I'm so drug out is that I maybe am still recovering too. So I hate to say it, and I didn't test, but I do think it might have been COVID. I'm like, I don't know. Like between the fact, like the youngest and I had it, and like between the symptoms we had, I'm like, is this a really bad cold? Or thinking back on it now, I'm like, was it COVID? And I'm like, I should have tested. Damn it. Not that it would have changed anything. We stayed home, but it's like just mostly for like curiosity's sake at this point. So if it was outside of the fatigue, it was a very mild case, which yay, vaccinations. But like, yeah, just both of us were so dragged out. Who knows? We're better now. Just in recovery. So, technically supposed to be training for Calgary half. I am changing my expectations on that race. I'm like, well, I'm going to go out and I'm going to treat it like a very long training run and just run it, fun run it. Don't worry too much about time or anything like that. Finish. That's the goal. And then the next couple of years I'm going to do, or at least, so the rest of this year, I don't go above a 10K, which is amazing. And then I think for next year, we won't go much above, I don't think we'll go above a 10K unless I find an interesting half marathon. I think I might go in and actually do, I might apply for Osaka again for 28, just so I can like conquer it and get it like conquered. Maybe we'll see. I haven't decided on that one yet. We're gonna see how this next like year and a bit goes. But yeah, this year finally really focus in on strength training and also just focus in on getting my body moving rather than like major training sessions and stuff like that. So like Dallas and I went for a really long walk yesterday and it felt really good. And I'm like, we don't do this enough anymore because like one of us is always training, it feels like. So I think we may be above and thread. Nope, never mind. Just this being a bit. What? Okay, one more, and then we'll go in and actually like sew the actual proper pocket. And then we move on to the details of the bag assembly, which is super exciting. It feels like this has been a long time coming. I guess we were like, none of this was done. Literally, we had got what? It was like cut out and interfaced, which are two big parts of the steps, but like, or two steps, two big things, but holy crap. I guess there are also like 11 of them, so, because if nothing else, I overcommit all the time. Hope you guys all like these bags, because this is what's coming. Although actually, honestly, anything that I've introduced in this style recently has not gone astray, so I'm not overly concerned about it. If it doesn't sell here, it'll sell somewhere else, so. Okay, there's all the pockets, excuse me, with zippers installed. Now we go in and we do pocket sewing, which means this gets made into a pocket now. And then we'll go in and, yeah, do assembly. Yay! So if you're just joining, what we're doing right now is we're prepping for Fibre Shindig in Calgary, Alberta, which is a fiber show, which will be this Saturday. And right now I am working on the Cambridge bag, which is a pattern from Hammerstitch Designs, Canadian designer. Exterior will be waxed canvas, and interior is a Japanese fabric combined with some North American fabrics for like so this is actually, this pocket is actually Indonesian batik, but kind of where it's like hidden some of the more plain North American fabrics. But this will be the interior of the actual bag and the front pocket as well. Oh, Mama Bird's back. Oh, I wonder, oh, it looks like we're gonna get more nests this year. I should make sure that our bird feeder's actually like put up. I just realized there's a massive gap in our deck up there. In like, oh, they've already got a nest. I see it. Yay, Mama Bird's back. Flynn's like, oh, I heard that. Anyway, yeah, last year we had one nest of birds. And then we actually there was 2 nests last year. And as far as I can tell, 2 successful nests. So it looks like they're back this year. That's super exciting. Yeah, that makes me super happy that we have a yard ecosystem and like that the birds like. So it's a very good sign. Okay, was that breakage or out? I feel like that was breakage. No, come back here. Come back here. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. A snarl. So what we're doing is we're just resetting the bobbin because I snarled it up on the stitching here, and then we'll... This is the one place where I am noticing that the press-ons do make life a little bit more difficult. Really sewing more difficult. I do know that at least with the kids, the more difficult parts are definitely stuff like getting them unbuckled from their seats. I actually did get a little presser tool for that because some of the nails are short enough that I'm able to press them off, but then there's always the threat of them like getting ripped off your fingernail, and that is unpleasant. If you're like, well, then don't have long nails. I really enjoy my press-ons. And they have not impeded the majority of my like work. And in this case, there is a fun little gadget that works. So we're gonna keep wearing the nails. Anyway, I'm ready for a nap. My God. All right. Yeah, I didn't like going over the zipper, which is weird because it's never had an issue with that before, but all right. I don't know what's up. Who knows? Must have just, maybe I just hit the teeth exactly right or something like that. Alrighty. Crepe cats. Yeah, baby. Oh, man. Okay, these are going to be adorable. Oh, so pleased with how these are coming out. Like, I was pleased with the prototype because it just came together so nicely. But I'm like, every time when I'm making one of these right now, I'm like, hell yeah, that looks really good. Sorry, that's not the right spot. Scoot just a bit. Thank you. All right, we got 2 more pockets to sew, and then we're gonna get the hammer and the cutting board, and we'll do the hammer out of what she recommends for like your leather placement, and then we'll go in and we'll get everything like rolling for assembly. Actually, Actually, no. I'm going to finish these pockets, and then I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. I'm like, I don't want coffee. I need something more caffeinated than Diet Pop. I think tea is probably a good compromise there. It's like a person walking up the back here, and I'm like, wait, what's that? Don't mind me, just watching. Okay, last one. Yeah, I'll get a tea for this like afternoon slump. Honestly, I probably should go for a nap, but I'm like, I don't want to like stop that much right now. All right, let me go make a cup of tea, and then I'll be right back, and we will do, and I'll have been set up, and we'll get all of the holes punched in the exteriors for the like riveting for the leather, and then we can start assembly with the zip and boxing, and then basically it's just smashed together and we're done. So hell yes, tea, and then finishing. BRB. I'm literally just waiting for my water to boil, so I'm like, man, I may as well not stay upstairs. May as well come down, get set up for the hammering. Yes, this is a fun kind of hammering. All right. There's all the interiors. There's the remainder of the exteriors. So, and we still have one more cotton that we could actually, we should Otacoat and do another traveler sling from. Would I be able to Otacoat it and get it done for Saturday? No, so we won't worry about it. Because what I'm thinking is we'll start Otacoating potentially. Actually, no, we'll finish that one up because I'm not set up for it anyway. And I haven't tested. And the big pocket on the traveler sling is in the wax canvas, so it is mostly waterproof, or at least more water resistant. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so we could probably finish this one then. Which is the one with the geisha. Excuse me. Okay, I'll put that on the to work pile. There's more wax canvas here, isn't there? Yes, there is, right here. Boom, boom. Boom. Okay, so we've got all wax canvas pieces, and at this point now, this is super easy because there's the zipper color that we need right there. So we're gonna pop the zippers, because they're all loose right now, up onto the laptop, and just because then they're out of the way. Ooh, there's a good magnet / button right there, maybe. I think maybe the laundry, where are you? This guy. This one would, Mama Cat wouldn't be bad though either. Ah. Alright. You come back. Where would you run away? Run away. Okay. Stampede. And those are all the interior pockets that we just top stitched with dark. And then the pockets on the interior get finished. Alright, I'm gonna go pour my water for my tea and then I'll be right back down. Let's do it. Alright. Tea obtained. Plate for the tea bag also obtained. Gonna move these pop cans out of the way. I'm always like, I kind of want to set up a coffee station down here. But then I'm like, that's honestly, going up and down the stairs is probably the better choice. Because it is at least a little bit of activity. Like, this much activity, right? So. What's up, Flan? Mr. Cat? Yeah, you. So now the pattern does say that you can also do a wax canvas like insert ring. That sounds like a lot of layers from my machine. I could also do it with like the Poly Pro, but that cheapens the bag because this is going to get like leather. So right now what we're working towards is we're going to put like a leather wraparound thing that we're going to rivet here, and then a leather crossbody strap. So yeah. Okay, we need to make a hole that by that. Hi, cat. You just rattled everything. Yep. Oh, your head's finally doing better. Yay, you finally don't have massive scritches on your head. They're not perfectly gone, but they're much better. Yes. Okay, so that by that, and it's the same no matter what. Oh, she wants me to do it on all the panels. Prevent fraying, put a couple drops of fray check around each hole. Do we do this now? Or do we do this after it's assembled? I don't know. Whatever, I'll just do it now. And then worry about the consequences later. Okay, I don't think I can actually sit to do this, but you know, we can try. Okay. She suggests doing a little template. I agree with her, but I don't feel like cutting more stuff out right now. Never mind. That is too ungainly. I don't agree with her. Never mind, she's got it right. I don't have a template of that size here, though. Okay, we're going to cut down one of my old templates then, that I use for the big bags, but we don't do big bags anymore anyway. And it's actually time already to pull that tea bag, but I will do this, and then we'll pull the tea bag. It can't really oversteep. So this is a really nice one from Japan. It's hojicha, but it is, which is roasted green tea. But it's called Sweet Sakura. Their Sweet Sakura black tea is really good too, but I actually like the hojicha better. Personal preferences. All right, this is actually a really small square out of this, so considering the size of the big bag cuts that we used to do to wedge them. Oh my god, yeah, that's like itsy bitsy. Itsy weetsy. Itsy bitsy. I hope I did that right. It's like everything is moving. Yay. Let's do it this way. Maybe, yeah, okay, that works. Kind of, sometimes figuring out how to do this right-handed when you're left-handed sucks. Or like when everything is like left justified, which it's like all the left-handers out here there. I know you feel very justified right now, as you should. That doesn't look square. That's because it's not. God damn. Okay. There it is. That'll square up, hopefully. And by the way, the now it's shifted. I did not cut it yet though. The shift to this like pinch blade rotary cutter is going to be so good. It's been so good for this small amount of stuff that I've actually cut recently. I'm just like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Okay. Yep, we're good. Good enough. So now I can just set this on the corner, and then we'll take the punchy tool. Actually, since it's only one layer, it should be fine. That should be enough. Hell yeah. There we go. Okay, and then we'll go around and we'll do the other one. And then she suggests, yeah, just a little bit of fray check in each hole. Really tempted to just do that when I do the rivets, and then it kind of will like go around the rivet as well, to be honest. I think that's what we'll end up doing. Okay. And I can tell already that this is a slowdown point in the process. La 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 la. Oh well. If you have any questions, now's a really good time to put them in the chat because, hey, like, I've got a template, and so we're just banging holes out. Haha. All good?
Mama,
Yeah, what's up?
my belly doesn't feel good.
Okay, do we need to go upstairs? All right, we'll be right back.
My belly doesn't.
Okay, let's hope that that is nothing. No way. But we are equipped with water in a bowl now, so if I have to disappear rapidly, I do apologize. And yes, I do actually have a press that has a like hole puncher, but honestly, in some ways, this is easier this way than it is, yeah. Because here's the other realistic part of it is, are we going to, actually, I wonder if I could punch multiple layers at the same time. But like, it should all line up at the same point or close enough, right? So. Actually. Or at least maybe like line up the, like, yeah, okay. Let's line up like 2 layers of wax canvas, and then we can line up all the interiors together as well. Although honestly, that feels like it's gonna take more time than it'll save me, but you know, sometimes it just makes you feel more efficient. Is it more efficient? Maybe not. Is it so much less efficient that it's a big deal? No, not really. So, who cares? Well, I do, because, yeah. But I want to make more bags. I need more energy to make more bags. That's the issue. Okay. 3. Can we be wild and crazy and do 3? Maybe. As I mentioned before, don't worry, Flynn is on quality control inspector duty, so as long as he has the brain cell, everything will be fine, right? So 100%, that's how this works. Okay, but can I also give a shout out to freaking Omomo? Because that is where that hole punch is from, which is ridiculous. I haven't actually broken out the one that I bought in Japan. They were a little bit more expensive than I anticipated in Japan. However, I do think they're probably going to be a high quality tool. Whereas this one was like, I don't know, $3.25 or something like that. So we're not complaining. It makes the right size hole. It is, like what else more do we need really out of it? So love it. Hey, we're through all the zip. Really? Oh no, okay, not quite. Almost. I was like, we're through all the zipper pockets. Yeah. No, we're not. Never mind. Lies. Even to myself. I think there might be 2 more on the bottom. So let's do all the zipper pockets so that I can be like, hey, we're all done in the zipper pockets. And then we'll move into the back pocket, the back panels. These are all exterior panels. It really doesn't matter, but you know. Yeah. That's what we're doing. So this is all wax canvas exteriors, and then the pockets here are Japanese fabric. And then the interiors of these bags are going to, for the lining, are going to be Japanese fabric as well. And then there's a slip pocket, which is half Japanese fabric, half like North American or plain fabric is what I call it, which means it could be scraps of batik, it could be scraps of broadcloth. It's mostly broadcloth scraps. And then there's a zipper pocket as well that is plain fabric, so broadcloth and stuff like that. And in that case, whatever kind of like fit that at the time. So and then the plan for after this is we've got like a traveler sling that I need to go in and seam rip the corner on so that we could add the we just need to add the D-ring clasp for it to be able to like attach to the strap attachment. It's basically what it's missing, so we'll do that. And then there is a traveler sling that's nearly done, and a mini that's nearly done. The mini just needs a strap into it. I was gonna sit down and cut a bunch of well, not a bunch, but like 3 to 5 kato, because I was like, I can sew those today. But it turned out that most of my day was taken up with other stuff, so that's fine. We'll finish up these instead. And those. And then on Tuesday next week is going to be a cutting extravaganza. And we'll see what we can get finished for Peace Fibre Festival. I'm hoping that we can get, I want to cut and sew 25 kato for Peace. We also have Hanami next weekend, so any kato that I can get done before Hanami is always extremely useful. We also need to get some straps done. I should be writing this down. I should be voice noting this, but you know, I'm not, as per always. But anyway, there are some things to get done before the end of the month. And focusing on kato will also be good because like we focused in on small box bags before Japan as well. We finished all those light stitched ones. I do still have, I think like what, 25 small box bags to finish, which really we probably could do before Peace as well. But also focusing in on the kato and some of the other options will be good because we've got Otafest on May long weekend, which is mid-May in Canada. Against popular belief, the majority of us really don't want to separate from Canada. We would much prefer to stay in Canada as Albertans. What a wild, wild world we live in. However, Artemis 2 is fucking cool. I've really enjoyed watching so much of that mission. It was really cool to see the launch. It was really fucking cool to see the flyby. I was like in awe of that, especially the so the Earth shine and the like, because they ended up seeing a solar eclipse. So the moon eclipsed the sun and they were able to view it because they were behind the moon. and like what that they were calling earth shine and stuff like that going around it, and the corona of the sun around the moon and everything like that was so cool. So fucking cool. And then just like also the whole like there has been Artemis plush. So like the white cat from Sailor Moon has been like in the control room the whole time, and there's a dude wearing a Sailor Moon lanyard, and like, oh, it's just all so good. I love it. Like I was excited for us to go back to the moon before this. And now I'm like, fuck yeah, get us back there, guys. So super excited to see the progression. I'm really excited to see a lot of what they like I know that we can view a lot of their so you can view a lot of their multimedia on the NASA website. Please, for the love of God, do not take anything that is not accredited to NASA as true. Please do not fall for false images. If NASA is not hosting it or like tagged in it or collaborative on it, it is highly likely it is a fake. The exception being like, I'm pretty sure like, so NASA, it's space agencies, Canadian Space Agency included, European Space Agency, or astronauts involved in the mission or in the field, sort of thing. So like, that's the asterisk on that statement. NASA or trusted sources, and I would count other astronauts as trusted sources, sort of thing. But anyway, you can view all of the multimedia on their website as well that like they've been showing off and stuff like that, and it's just like, oh my god, so exciting. Well, at least if these holes are wrong, it's like they're all wrong at once. Made the joke, and then it almost came true. Are all the holes on the right side, the top side of the bag? Yes, okay. It was only this one that was turned around. Jesus. Okay, rivets, rivets, rivets. Good. We are good. We are good. It's already 3:30. Already 3:30. Running out of time, running out of time, dun, dun, dun. Out of time, almost out of time. And that's part of why I didn't add more twos. I'm like, I still have a lot of leather work to do in the next, like, day and a half, because I will need to make the little wraparound pieces, as well as the, and then the actual straps too, which like doesn't take an insane amount of time, but I don't actually like doing that work. I think that's it. I don't like doing that work. It's one of those ones where it's like I do good enough job, but I always feel like I probably could do more, and at the same time I'm like, but at the prices that I'm charging, I don't want to do more. I think that's the awkward catch-22 I'm in. So maybe over the summer we'll improve that portion. I also got to figure out what colors we're actually using with any of these. So like there will have to be some black, so that means I'm gonna have to drag the side out and actually like cut it down. So bring that and the strap cutter out. And then some of them will be brown, which is good because I definitely have a lot of brown cut already, which is awesome. Oh, great. I will have to go get another side soon though, but I don't think we need it. We're not going to need it for this round. We are going to need it over the summer for completing the number of kato that I want to do. So we'll see. All right. Let's at least do these together. And then we should be good. So 1, 2. And considering that we're able to do 4 layers of wax canvas, let's do like 4 layers of cotton. Why not? Let's go a little bit crazy, right? That nail is lifting. Like it sounded like the rivet was moving, but it was just my nail. They're press-ons, so the glue is can give out a little bit. They're doing really good. They're like $2 nails from Daiso, so I'm like, I'm not complaining because the actual like designs and stuff like that have done really well. They have about the same amount of wear as I've had from way more expensive ones in Canada, so. And when I say way more expensive, I mean that I'm running the like $15 to $20 like ones. I'm not going $60 handcrafted ones or anything like that. So, yeah. All right. Is that a hole all the way through? That's a hole all the way through. Yay! 4 layers. 4 layers. So if we have 11, we've got 22 layers. So that means we got to do 5 rounds of 4 plus a round of 2. 5 rounds of 4 plus 2. 5 rounds of 4 plus 2. I don't think we actually need to do the double hit. It just is a nice like boom boom. Yeah, I don't know. Something comforting in being twice. That is ever so slightly off. Okay. Damn it. Sure. I didn't realize it was slightly off when I sewed it. So let's put it like that. Yes. Yes. Okay. This will be the 2 that we cut separate because it's just mwah, mwah. It's within tolerances. It's just it would impact the others like whole cutting probably. And basically what I'll do is I'll take it up in seam allowances. It's fine. That actually didn't work as well as going through the 4. That's wild. I always find that hilarious when it's like, you want me to cut 4 layers? No problem. 2? Me. I'm gonna whine and pout about this. Actually, I wonder if we can do 6. Because why not? May as well try. Okay. 1, 2. Three. All right. 3 bags. Ho, ho, ho. So we'll line them up on this corner here. Square them up, square them up, square them up. Pop. Good. Okay. And then this one. Next. Da, 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 na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Please don't hit my fingers. Brain. Don't hit the fingers. 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 Please, please, please. Don't hit the fingers. Don't hit the fingers. Don't do 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 Don't hit the fingers. Don't hit the fingers. Don't hit the fingers. Please don't hit my delicate fingers. Obviously that needed a song for some reason. I don't know. If you're watching this later and you've never seen this stream before, I have no answers. Well, I probably do, but nothing official. No, stay there, please. Thank you. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? 4. Let's try and do all 5. Why not? Oh. Where did that piece go? Strawberries. I know you're here, 'cause we definitely sewed your pocket. Definitely sewed your pocket. Ding, ding, ding. Definitely sewed your pocket. Oh boy. Okay, 1. Two. Okay, where the hell is the strawberries pocket? 3. 4. Seriously, like, okay, they have not gone further than this, like, section of the desk. So, like, why do I keep missing pieces? Like fuck. The hell? Did I, like, accidentally already... No, because I've matched them all up as I've gone, so I would have noticed if I had an extra pocket. Oh my god. Where did it go? It should be right here. There it is. It fell off the tote that it was sitting upon. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can do it. I believe in us. By the power of the stuff. 2. Oh, it's only 4 layers. Never mind. You can definitely do 4 layers. Oh no, it's 5. Okay, let's do a layer of 2 and a layer of 3. Just because then it's like, whatever. A little bit easier to line everything up. More than like lining up portion that's harrowing than actually doing the punching. Alright. By the way, if you're curious what the kanji on my hoodie is, it is actually Osaka Marathon. I ran in the Osaka Marathon this past February. I got swept. Are we disappointed? 100%. I trained, but unfortunately I am a backpacker, which means I am quite slow. I knew that going into this, I was going to be right on the edge of finishing anyway. And then it was 20 degrees above 0. And like, yeah, just didn't happen. I will go back and I will conquer it again. We were actually chatting about this morning is like maybe attempt again, or at least put my name in next year to try to run it again in 28. But we'll see if that happens. I really want to go back and finish it. It was a really good course. The volunteers were amazing. Like I can't honestly praise it high enough. There were some weird stuff that I wish wasn't this time or was like done a bit different. One of the wildest things being that they don't actually have the pacers in the corrals with the runners. So I had been like, okay, I'm going to tag myself with the 6:30 pacer and just go. But they like ran past me. I don't even know who the 6:30 pacers were because I couldn't see them in the crowd. Because like Calgary has the giant like flags, and Tokyo does as well. Actually, Tokyo Marathon, because we went and cheered Dawson's cousin on. But for whatever reason, both Kyoto and Osaka just have people with like balloons. At least Kyoto's balloons were like helium balloons. From what I could tell from the Osaka people, there wasn't even that. But that's not their fault. That's a learning curve. And I do believe that the main thing that got me was the fact that it was plus 20. So, because I feel like I had the strength to finish out 3 more K. I did literally get cut off at 39.4 kilometers. So, like 2.8 kilometers from the end. But at least it wasn't the 40, like, I think there was a cutoff at 41.4, 41.5, which is 700 meters from the end. I would have had a full-on tantrum at that point. And I have a feeling that if, given the conditions that I was running in that day, I would have actually ended up being cut off there instead if I hadn't gotten cut off at the 39.4. But anyway, it also has like, and it's a super flat course most of the way. There's like one elevation change around the, probably around the 10 kilometer mark. But there is a brutal hill at about 32K. And even from coming from somewhere that I regularly train with undulating hills, it was a brutal hill. So, now we know better. Now we know. And there's a couple things I could have done different. I didn't realize, I thought the first water stop was like in the first 3 kilometers. The first water stop is not for the first 5K, which for a marathon is a really long way in. And then because it was so hot and I was so far in the back of the pack, it was also out of cups. So thankfully I had my water pack with a couple of water bottles in it. But like if I'd known what I know now about it, I should have actually gone with my full on like running camel backpack. I basically have like a mountain biking pack for running. And is it heavy? Yes. Does it slow me down? Probably. But then I don't have to worry about water. So. All right. Good. We're good. Now, we are going to go in and take another look at the pattern. Okay, do the zippers. We've already done the zippers because it doesn't make sense not to do the zippers. For this step, you will need both exterior and your prepared main closure zipper. Okay, now I'm supposed to go in and do all of the cuts for the corners, and then we're supposed to sew in the zipper. Sweet. So it's literally like cut the boxes, sew the zipper. Okay, I'll go upstairs and I'll grab your charger for it. 1 second. I'll be right back. I've got a visitor here, so give me a moment. Okay, we are back. An iPad cable has been obtained. Okay, so now we are going in and we are trimming the box edges, and then we're going to go in and assemble. Okay, so both the exterior and the interior needs to have a itty bitty one cut, and I totally don't have my shears. Should have grabbed them when I was upstairs. There's paperwork I might need to sign here. Should probably do that quickly. Alrighty. Shears. My dears, we're ready to trim down the bag. Smallest wedges I cut into bags right now. Should probably make myself another little template, but whatever. We got it. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Actually, I wonder, probably with these ones that are a little bit lighter, we should go back to the white thread for stitching. Problem is that we transition from a light to a dark in the stitching, so I don't know right now. So if you're just randomly tuning in, or not so randomly tuning in, and my name is Katie, this is the Atelier Nikuzuki live stream, and I make bags and accessories from Japanese fabrics. These bags and accessories specifically right now, or bags, are going to be purses. They're being made from the Cambridge bag pattern by Hammerstitch Design. She's a Canadian woman designer. And the exterior will be wax canvas, and the interior is going to be the Japanese fabrics. What we're doing right now is we're just trimming out the box edges for those bags. And then we'll go in and work on actually getting things sewn. Have we done any sewing today? Oh, right, we did welt pocket zippers and pocket construction. I guess it's the best description of what we've completed so far. There are 11 bags, so if this work looks a little bit tedious, it is a little bit tedious. We're just slow and steady here. I will be at a show in Calgary this weekend at Fibre Shindig. It is on Saturday, 10 to 4 at the Genesis Center in Northeast Calgary. I think entry's like $5. I can't remember if they do pre-sales or not. I think they do, but they also do a lot of sales at the door, I know, for tickets. So I hope to see you there, and you'll be able to come see these bags in person. So super exciting. We'll also have a selection of my other bags too. We'll have Kato small box bag, a small selection of large box bags, knot bags, and etc. All right, I don't know how far we're in. We're almost halfway though, I think. Then we'll have to do the same box cut on the exteriors, and then we'll go from there. Absolutely spectacular day here right now. Felina is on quality control inspector duty. That's our Norwegian forest cat. The birds are back. I can't tell if they're built a nest. I see one of the old nests from last year, and I can't remember if the other one that's under the stairs is also from last year, but we have 2 bird nests right now. So Mama Bird was just here hanging around probably about 45 minutes ago now. How long have we actually been streaming? I can't tell because it's so shrunk down. La 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 la. How long have we been on stream? It's not gonna tell me. Yeah, okay, probably about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes ago, I saw Mama Bird hopping around, checking things out. So I don't know, there are 2 nests up there. I don't know if those are like last year's nests. I think one of them is. So now I'm like, okay, you're going to build new nests? Are you going to just like reuse what you had last year? Because they look, from my perspective, in decent shape. So like, why not, right? And I'm just so happy that we have a backyard where the birds are comfortable enough to have a nest. I know for sure that they had 2 sets of babies here last year, so super exciting. But yeah, you can see straight up to the mountains today. We live like west facing in the foothills of the Rockies, in the Canadian Rockies, so straight west and you're looking right at the mountains. Yeah, and honestly, at this point, I think we've definitely could still get some snow and stuff like that here coming up, but like I think we've definitely done that transition to proper spring. I'm hoping so. Although at the same time, I'm like, okay, give me as much moisture as we can get, because honest to God, if I don't have to deal with an early forest fire season, that would be amazing. Thank you, Kate. Thanks, bye. Thanks, bye. Because we didn't have the lack of moisture earlier this year was definitely threatening that we were going to have an early and hard and long forest fire season. And so far, that hasn't come to pass. So I'm like, hell yes, thank you. Because now we keep getting like freeze thaws. So we've been getting a bunch of snow, and that's been thawing, and then it's been snowing again, and then thawing. And like that's actually really, really, really good, because it means that the snow is actually having a chance to penetrate the ground, because the ground has already like been prepped and primed for that water, basically, is my understanding of it. So super exciting. Also super exciting, listening to the astronauts talk about freaking lunar geology the other day. I am a geology nerd. Come on, I live in the Rockies. It's hard not to like want to know about the cool rocks. But they were talking about lunar geology the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so cool. I didn't even think about lunar geology being a thing. Like, what the hell? Who thinks of lunar geology being a thing? I don't know. Obviously, the lunar geologists know it's a thing, but anyway, one of the questions that they had so obviously the astronauts are very specialized in what they do, and they are being asked to do a lot of things. So like the photography and the description, and like, so basically here, be an artist and a scientist and a jock and like all of these things, right? Because the running joke is that astronauts are the smartest jocks, sort of thing, because you have to be so physically fit and you have to be like ridiculously smart. But yeah, they had questions for the geologists the other day, and I'm like listening to these questions. I'm like, oh, that's such a good question. I love hearing the answers. So the one that I'm speaking about is that they were doing observations. I think their big one was like the observations of Mare and Oriental, which are 2 of the big craters. And so they were asking like basically how old each of them was, because apparently it was like what's going to show different ejecta or they were seeing ejecta that they were like curious where it was coming from and stuff like that. So it's just like, oh my god, it's so cool. I've been geeking out so much. I'm like, oh right, I used to want to be an astronaut. Obviously, you can be an astronaut in a lot of different like capabilities. It was not my path, but it was like, all right, you really were a space nerd when you were a kid. And it's just like, it's been so cool listening to this space flight. And then our prime minister today was, because there's the, I don't, if you've been watching, I'm sure most of you have seen that, the Nutella jar, like floating through space, because obviously like broke containment, basically. And everyone had their backs turned, so they didn't see it. But, so Prime Minister Carney today was saying that, or asking, like, what do you prefer on your pancakes? Is it Nutella or maple syrup? And it got a laugh out of everyone. I was like, yes. Pretty cool. Ugh, so good. Anyway, so, and then I was seeing that they're already delivering parts for Artemis 3, which is super fucking cool. They're getting transported by rail. Someone asked a really smart question about that, because it was like, there was boxcar spacers, and one of the boxcars had like the roll bars on it, basically. And they're like, what are those for? And the explanation for it was that they the roll bars are there because it's like, if they hit the tunnel, not a big deal. If the rocket piece that they are shipping hits the tunnel, big deal. Now apparently this was like, they're actually reused boosters from the space shuttle system, so that's also cool, which I actually explains a lot, because when I was listening, I didn't clue into the fact that they were using space shuttle boosters to do this. It's the solid fuel rockets. And they kept talking about the space launch system. I'm like, wasn't the space launch system set up for the like space shuttle? And it's like, oh yeah, okay, no shit. It's space shuttle parts going on these like Artemis rockets, in part because it saves money, in part because, well, basically it saves money. That's there is no other in part. It saves money. So yeah, so was really cool to see, and it's really cool to see that they are already delivering parts for Artemis 3. I think their current trajectory is something like they're going to try launching Artemis 4, which will be the lunar landing in 2028, if everything else goes well. So please just let everything else go well. This is the first manned capsule of Orion, so like there are still like yeah. We're all awaiting good news about Splashdown. At least I know I am. So, all right, I just realized that some of these are a little bit color-coded on some of the duplicates, so we just got to make sure that the rivets match with what's going into the bag in general. Because some of them did get gold rivets, and some of them got, like, I think potentially the Sakura got gold rivets. It did get gold rivets on the exterior. I wonder if I did gold rivets on the interior. Nope. Okay. We're good. Never mind. I have a feeling it's probably the same. Well, actually, never mind. Doesn't matter. There isn't different colored rivets, Katie. Duh. Which one did get different color rivets? Maybe the gray? I think actually all the exterior rivets might have just been gunmetal. Let's take a look. Let's see. Yep, they're all gunmetal. Okay, sweet. Gunmetal. And then it's like the brown ones did, but that doesn't matter because there's only one of them. Oh, yay. Now all of these need to have their little boxes done. Little box edges cut. Itty bitty box edges. Itty bitty box edges. Tiny, tiny, tiny box edges. Box edges. Tiny, 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 tiny. Those holes don't match up. Shit. This is why sometimes I prefer doing this work after the assembly. Those ones match up well enough. Okay, so we'll justify it to the punch hole, the holes that we've punched. It's totally possible that like the I didn't trim down the slip pocket pieces, so it's totally possible that like we didn't just not right size exactly. But yeah, we will justify these to the punch holes as best as we can. Obviously there is a little bit of tolerances where we can like kind of wiggle and jiggle and get them lined up hopefully better. Hopefully that's not too much the case. That one's almost damn perfect. Okay, cool. Love it. Love it when it does that. That is something for me to remember in future, though, is make sure that we at least keep the pieces together that are going to go together later. Are we good? Good enough. Good enough. Okay, cool. Alright, so in this case, we need to go in. And actually, I'm going to then trim this bottom piece off because that's not going to impact the top either. And then we're going to trim up the box edge right here based on this top portion being the bottom of the bag, not the bottom portion being the bottom of the bag. The under portion. Ah! Don't cut the nail. Good God. Aha! We did it. Alright, so we are cutting the box edges on all of our pieces, and then we just need to do the smash together. That's it. And then we have a bunch of itty bitty bags ready to go for Shindig on Saturday the 11th. And then my next show after that will be Hanami with Ancient Arts Yarns on April 18th, and then my final show for April will be April 26th up in Dawson Creek. Like, when did that come up? My God. Anyway, it's just... April for the last few years has been absolute fucking insanity. And this year we're behind even more so than we have been previously. Japan definitely threw the schedule off. But then we also got, like, jet lagged as hell. And also sick. So it's just like... Here, let's just throw one roadblock in front of the other. So we'll get these done. There's a traveler sling that needs its like D-ring strap holder thing done. So we'll get that done. And then next week I'm going to cut and we're going to work on like 25 kato. Because apparently I can never really go above 30 at one show. Because that just seems to be the number that happens. I think for Knit City we should have the like big goal of having, I don't know, let's try and have 75. That might actually be crazy. Who knows? I guess we'll find out. Okay, we're going to at least kind of split the difference between these two. Hell yeah, there we go, that works. And then we'll cut from this side. Go. And we're going to trim this side. Aha. Good. It's like the smallest box edge I do on any of my bags right now. And so it's just like itsy weensy little baby cuts. It's super cute. Is it a little bit annoying? Yes, because it's really tiny to cut. But I think it's the same on both sizes too. So it's just like, it's not like making the bigger size would make this any easier. Oh well. Cat problems. It's the return of the cat problems. Cat problems, if you are unaware, are problems that do not impact anyone. They don't even really impact me. They're just a little bit annoying. Comes from a children's book where it's like, and this is the one that specifically stands out to me as a cat problem, is it's like, dry food, I wanted wet food, not dry food, wet food. And so yeah, that's a cat problem. That kind of thing. Is it going to impact anyone? No. Am I going to forget about my annoyance at all these little edges? in the next 2 days? Probably. This is not an event causing any kind of large or small t trauma. Capital or lowercase trauma. Part of the business. Those don't quite line up, so let's see if they do here. And that is a good case. Nope, those are the ones that are supposed to go together. Alrighty, so next time, do it at the end. Install the zipper, and then bang the holes in. Or just bang the holes in at the end when it's already assembled, because I promise I use the template for all of these, so I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up. They should be this far off on every single one of them. Especially with the wax canvas. This is like, I am very exacting about cutting the wax canvas, because it's really easy to be, because as soon as you score a line in the wax canvas, it's just like, yeah, I totally want to be cut on that line. How quickly? So, again, big deal? Nah. Cat problems. Will they still be boxed? Yes. Will you be able to tell once I box it what finagling we had to go through? No. It's all good. All good. That one's actually a lot closer than the other one. Although we are going to cut it from this side, because there's a little bit of an edge down here difference. And basically I'm just going to go, I'll box it to the smaller edge. Or the smaller, yeah. The shorter line, and a bit taller line. Should I have my scissors on the table? Probably. Are we going to? No. No, we're not. We're almost done. We got like this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Really? Oh, that's gone a lot faster than I thought. I'm bitching about the whole thing, and it's like, oh, we're almost done. What did I say? Oh, well, maybe. We're just over halfway. Almost done, and halfway are two very different things. Very different. Okay, I think that coffee or that tea is actually helping today. So let's drink a bit more of that before it gets like bitterly cold, and then we'll finish up on the cuts on that. Four. Oh, okay, yeah, that is almost done because we have 11. So we are over 2/3 of the way through. Yeah, why are all of these like, the tops are fine, but the bottoms are all like, hey, 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 hey. We are slightly short. I don't get it. Or no, not short, because these are cut to the dimensions that she says that the back panel are supposed to be. I don't know why the one with the slit pocket, which is supposed to be, well, maybe I didn't cut them exact as I thought. I think maybe things are proving me wrong, which is totally fair and possible too. Alright, so we're just cutting out the box edges on wax canvas. We're going to make the Cambridge bag by Hammerstitch Designs. The interiors of these bags will be the Japanese fabric, which we've already trimmed it down and riveted and done all the things we need to do to it for assembly. This is the last thing we're doing before we start assembling. So if you hang around for probably another 10 minutes, we'll actually start the sewing machine. Our favorite part, right? Well, maybe only second to actually turning the bags out when they're finished. think that's probably my favorite part, is turning the bags. So, can you blame me? I hope not. Ooh, hello. You are off kilter a little bit, eh? Okay, you shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Get thee up there. You up there. And we're going to just press you out a little bit. There we go. All good. And if we stitch you down there, you're good, right? Yeah, you're good. Alright. I don't know why I'm whispering to the bag, but apparently that's the thing today. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Sewing ASMR. Whispering to your bags. If it was actual ASMR, I would be listening to my audiobook right now. This is not actual ASMR. Just muttering to them. I am currently imbuing them with magic. That's what we're doing. Is it mutter grumbling a little bit about the fact that they don't line up very well? Yes. Is that my fault? Yes. Learning curves. Next time this will be better. I should have followed my gut. I need to start following my gut on these things. Do this trim up job, or do those trim up jobs, or hole punching, or whatever, when you're done. And like both layers are together, basically. Who knows? Maybe they'll line up better once we actually get the zipper sewn in. I doubt it. But maybe. We can hope and dream. We are going to throw some fray check into these punch holes. But I'm going to do that once we're done. I don't feel like doing it right now, A. And B, these I probably won't get these riveted till tomorrow. So it's like if I throw it in when I'm done. Well, hell, even if I throw it in when I'm done and I go up for dinner, I'll still be able to like... Oh no, there was a sneaky one. We still have 2 left. Yeah, even if I throw it in when I go up to dinner, it'll be like mostly dry by the time I get back downstairs. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. Good. Good enough. Good enough. Wait, except they're not like at the right height. Ugh. Follow your gut. Next time. Just don't want it that crooked. Okay. We can make that work. Yeah, we can make that work. Yeah, I can make that work. Cool. There we go. Okay. Last 2 sets of box edges, then more tea, and then the sewing. So the first thing we have to do is we need to sew the zipper in, and then we will sew the side seams. And then we will turn the bags. No, and then we'll box the bags, and then we'll turn the bags. And then they'll all need leather. So we're going to have a leather crossbody strap as well as leather tabs on the sides. Basically, they get riveted in so that so it all gets held together by rivets, and these little like leather tabbities. They're super cute bags. And I need to track down the one that we finished as the prototype, because the prototype turned out perfectly fine. It can be a first. And yeah, we'll be good. I just have to figure out how much I'm actually spending on leather straps, because my calculations are like, from what I had to what I have now are vastly different. And I'm like, ugh, I don't like this. So I need to figure it out. Because I'm like, my calculations are pretty accurate usually, but it feels like something is off, and I don't quite know what it is. Okay, we'll trim up. There is quite a bit of excess across the bottom here for this one panel, so we'll just trim that so it matches. I did box the edge based on the top layer, not the longer bottom layer. All right, more tea, please. Yeah, I know. My thoughts exactly. I don't know what I'm doing either. Flynn's over here like... Okay. Zipper. We're doing the zipper, guys. Zipper, 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 zipper. Okay. We're supposed to paste your zippers in. We don't paste our zippers in. We're supposed to sew with the slip pocket. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Zipper pocket to the slip pocket. All right. Zipper to slip. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. I can get behind this. Now, are they... They match. Oh, la, la, they match. Okay. Now, moment of truth is that we need to actually match the zip to the interior. Or to... Well, it doesn't matter, but one of the sides. And so we're going to do... Where's the dark brown zip? Where's the dark brown zip? There's the brown and there's the dark. Okay. And then we need to have this centered here. Oh god. Okay, one moment. Place interior slip pocket panel right side up. Center the zipper along the top edge. Okay. So close zipper end. Close zipper pull to the right. Okay. That's what I need to know is it's like, which direction are we doing that this works? Yay! Right there. Yay! Okay, good. And it even looks center. Yay! Yes. All right. And then we should be able to just pop this on top in some ways, as long as that zipper pull lays flat. And because it was square, we can do it. We got it. Great. Yeah. Good. Okay. Good bag. Good job. You're going to go to someone's going to be very successful. This is going to be a success bag. Because it's very successful so far. I'm going to just move the zip pull out of the way so that we're like not having to. Oh wait, whatever. It's past the zip, or it's past the foot. We're good. All right. We're going to back stitch over the zipper, and then we're going to back stitch at the edge as well. Sweet. The next one, we are going to go to the next layer. Who's next? Birds. Okay, slip pocket to zipper bag. Slip pocket to slipper. And then we're just going to pile it up in, oh, never mind. We can put the other piece with the other piece. That's good. That works. Like that. Yay. Yes. All right, how does this one line up? This one's going to go to someone who is super peppy and sunshiny, or who was super peppy and sunshiny and needs a little bit extra zhuzh in their step. Because, like, look at this. Look at that. Fantastic. Fucking amazing. And it has this, like, oddball blue. I say that in the most loving way because honestly, it's a really good blue, but it is not navy and it is not like yeah, it's just a different blue, and I love it. All right. Okay. Close zipper pull to the right. Close zipper pull to the right. Close zipper pull to the right. To the right it goes. Zipper pull to the right. All right, sunshine, let's go. The zipper. So I do find that the number 3 zippers don't get in the way of the foot as much as like the number 5 zipper pulls do. So we just move it out of the way of the zip foot. Yeah. All right. Next, the next one is actually the cats, which is perfect because that's what we're doing next. Then I need a black and silver zipper. I think at this point I am going to work towards getting these all zipper installed, and then I'm going to head up for dinner. I had a bit of a visit with Dawson, the youngest. They were out having an adventure together today. And mentally, my brain needs a break. So I think we'll finish these up as I mentioned, and then we'll take a break. And I will probably be back on to do streaming. Oh no, it's not. Fuck me. Not in a fun way. Let's do you at the end then, because I don't want to break my chain of zippers. What I need to do is I just need to do the fold down edge. I need to do the fold down edge on the zipper so it installs correctly. Yay. Yay for missing that earlier. Woo. Okay, I'm going to pull the next 2 blue up top because I'm pretty sure they're the next ones in line anyway. Zip pocket. Slip pocket. Okay. And then we're going to fold it in half to center it, and then we'll center the zip on that fold line. Wahaha. Go. Okay, so basically, yeah, just fold, just finger press it. There's a nice crisp line there now. And then we go in and we have the same different toned blue. Okay. All right, strawberries are going to go to someone who loves sweet things, I'm sure. I can't tell if we caught that zipper or not. I hope we did. Looks like we did. Okay, good. Phew. All right, the next one I have on this pile is actually the sand colored one, which is right here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and we need an off-white and gold zipper for this one. Off-white and gold. Off-white and gold. With the brown tab, which is this one. Just make sure I'm getting the right one, because hey, better to double check now than having to pick it out, because you really don't want to have to pick out wax canvas. Like, limiting the number of times you cut, like, trim or seam rip wax canvas is a good thing, because each time you put a hole in wax canvas, you end up with another hole that could be less water resistant. Contributes to less water resistance. Ooh, that was one of the cool ones. Speaking of that, I stumbled across the seamstresses that make the like equipment, like blankets and insulative items for the space programs. And actually, what they were talking about was a little bit about that. By the way, their studio is like probably as messy as mine, which made me feel so much better. Like, or not messy, but like just like projects everywhere. But then it was also like they were the ones who, I didn't realize this, but they actually sewed the little orbit indicator in-house. It was a like custom design that won a contest from a little boy. I think it was in California. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, I didn't realize this, but they actually like produced this little indicator in that seamstress space. So that was really cool to hear. So. Come on. Good. Just try to get it through. Okay, let's go. Cool. Next that I have on the pile is the sage. Excellent. By the way, if you ever have any questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat. I'm happy to like have a direction for this nonsensical mess. Some days nonsensical mess. But yeah, if not, I will happily keep yammering on about random stuff like the rise the 0G indicator called Rise. He was super cool. And just like the realization that they made it in-house. I had not realized that they made it in-house. So makes sense. They're also highly skilled. That's how I could go work for NASA. I don't want to work for NASA right now, but cool to be a part of that sort of like thing. Historical moments. Even if you're not really like, yeah, even if it's just such a small part of it, right? Oh, by the way, if anyone is looking for a potential uptick in a career that we are rapidly losing skilled labor force in, apparently it's tailors, which unsurprising. And it's like not only are we losing them, the people who are left are also like the median age is quite a bit older. So apparently it's getting bad enough that Nordstrom, even in the States, is like going to partner with, I think, one of the New York fashion schools to offer like a 9-week tailoring program. So, you know, if that's something that you've ever considered, might be worth taking a gander at. I have not personally looked at any information about this. This is internet hearsay from trusted sources. But, you know, yeah. You never know. You really don't. All right, next is the crepe cats. Excellent. Excellent. Almost there, hey? How many do we have? Like 4 with this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Excellent. I will take it. Like I said, once we get all of the zip. Oh, and the 5th. We gotta read. Just gotta do that. That thing. Okay, the boxes line up. Good. Yeah, we'll need to fold over and do banana cats. Don't forget the banana cats. They almost got forgotten at the very beginning because I didn't know. I was like, I have extra fabric. And then it turned out that it wasn't extra fabric. It was actually cut for a bag and blah, 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 blah. As I may have mentioned, there was some confusion coming back to these ones. And I didn't keep all the photos of my, so I took photos of what I was pairing everything with. And then I deleted the photos because I was like, oh, I've already cut it, so now I don't need to worry about it. And I'm like, that was past Katie. Fucking stupid. It's like, oh, we've already tagged it all together. Would have been useful to have that for when I got back from Japan so that I could just like jump right in. But no, I had to guess a bunch. We obviously did fine, but come on, get your shit together. My shit will never be together. It's all good. I have accepted this. The only time I'll look like I have it together is when I'm standing in my booth after like Crazy Town nights. Even then, maybe you can tell. I don't know. I might be assuming there even. Who knows? All right, let's get this going. Ha 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 ha. All right, 3 more until we need to do special treatments. Okay, Sakura's still there, so we're doing quilt window cats. These guys, get out of here. I just need 1 piece, not 2 pieces. This one, we're doing this one. I love this one. This is one of my favorite prints. It did not, it's wild because I don't remember it specifically in the shop. There are prints that I definitely remember exactly where I bought them, when I bought them, and like, yeah. I can't tell you for this one. It's like one of those sleeper favorites. It's like became a slow favorite. I love the color combo, and I think that's something that I wasn't able to like. I liked the print, but I think it's mostly the color combo that's really made me fall in love with this one specifically as we've worked with it. Sometimes it's like, yeah, it's super cute, and then it's like, it's not until you actually work with it that you're like, oh, you're actually spectacular. Or whatever, right? So. Oh yeah, and we'll have to glue on labels as well. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't commit to, I was like, I'm going to cut out 3 kato and sew them today. And I'm glad I did not commit to that. I am glad that we stuck to just finishing up these bags right now. I'm going to add in a couple probably tonight, depending on how these go, because I do still have to do some leather work on them as well. No, we're going to finish these. That's what I'm committing to. Fully finish them. And then if I pick anything up, we'll finish the mini traveler sling that is here. That's almost done. Like literally I have to sew a strap into it, so not a big deal. And then after that if I have time, I would open up one of the wax canvas traveler slings and get the strap connector installed on it. But those are low priority right now. Low priority. Okay, now it's the Sakura's turn. Sakura. But like, look at that when you like, okay, so imagine you buy this purse, right? And then you open it up and that is your lining. Like, okay, so you've zipped it up. It's all nice. I really like this blue too. It's like bright without being overwhelming. And then you like open up your zip and there's your nice like Sakura interior. It's like Sakura against the night skies. That's what I always figure this is, no matter what bag I put it in, is it's like a night Hanami party. Sort of viewing party. So. Yeah. That's my thought behind it. And then the other one, because the other one is the same print, just different colorway. The like gold is just pretty. Because why not? Maybe that's golden hour Sakura. Let's go with that one. That's what it's representing. But this is definitely like Sakura against a night sky to me. I adore it. All right. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Unzip. Good enough. You're past the foot. Okay. Last one where we don't need to do extra work, and then we'll go in and we will do the extra work, and then we will go in and we will install the other side of all the zippers, and then I will go for dinner. Also, this first side's usually the one that takes the longest, because now we can just line everything up. Because realistically, if it's centered on one piece, in theory and in practice, typically, it's centered on the other side. So we just have to like line up the side seams then, which centers it better anyway, because then the side seams are lined up. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we're almost there. We're almost there. We've almost done it. It's also like just tempting to just continue through until I get it done, but I'm also like, tired. Da, 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 da. Ha ha ha, success. All right. Get the under there. No, you just shifted. God damn. It's like, so it doesn't stretch the whole purse across the whole purse. And so it's like, it got that tiny little gap between top stitching and catching the actual like zipper tab on that end. And apparently this one really doesn't want to have a mark. So let's really reinforce that one. Okay, lift the foot so we can get this zipper tab underneath. There we go. Okay. I don't quite know what happened there, but apparently it happened. There we go. Haha! Fixed. We did it. Okay. So. All right, there they all are installed on those ones. Now we'll do the open up stitches on that last zipper and get the other side installed. And then, yeah, dinner time is a good call because that will rejuvenate me a bit. And then we'll get in and do the finishing seams and then the finishing leather. All right, so basically what has to happen is I have to open it up here like that. And then we have to take the corner and we have to fold it at a 90-degree angle. This is a method that means that actually I'll show you on one of these, which is like what's going on. So basically what happens is when you sew it in, it gives you this really nice finish that goes directly into the bag there. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to top stitch everything, so taking a break after this is a good idea. Okay. Just like convincing myself that it is a good idea still. Anyway, so it like puts it in like that, so you have this really nice finish of the zipper without having to do zipper tabs on both sides, which I appreciate. Is this harder? Yes. Is it more elegant? Unfortunately, yes. Do I have a love-hate relationship with this? Yes. Does she say to hand stitch it? Yes. Am I going to? No. No, I'm not. So there we go. We can struggle with it for a little bit to get it to like settle so I can machine stitch it. Thank you very much. Come on. Okay, so this is where the press-ons are shitty. Okay. But realistically, they impact so little of my process. And how often do we actually do these fold over zips? And forever. Maybe I should just start doing zip tabs on both ends. Problem solved if I just do zip tabs on both ends. Okay, there we go. Hell yes. I want an awl, please, then. Thank you. Awl is a pointy little stick so that I don't put my fingers on it there. No, don't come apart. Okay. Stitchy stitch, please. Thank you. Is it perfect? No. Is it good enough? Yeah, maybe. Kinda. Damn it. Okay. We could do a little bit more there just to get it, because it's supposed to be a 90-degree angle. So let's do this. So that's actually in all the way. Maybe. Oh, come on, please. Or will it, or can I get it matched on the other side? If I can mostly get it matched on the other side, then it's fine, I think. No. Okay. It's not even like it needs to be that held in place that long, because we're gonna go in and literally stitch it into the bag and like this is the part that's holding it all up. We can stitch it into the bag in like 5 minutes as soon as this gets done. Harumpha grump cat problems. Just mostly ignore me, please. Okay. Stay. Okay, there we go. Better, I think. It kind of got shoved around. I see why most people hand stitch it, but it's like when I'm production zone, I'm not gonna hand stitch it. Okay, I am going to actually run a stitch this direction as well, just because I think that would maybe. Just gonna hold it at a different tension at different. Oh, come on, please. Thank you. There we go. Hey. That feels like it might actually be 90 now. Hell yeah, that's better. Okay. Jesus. I don't remember having that many issues with like it originally, to be honest, but apparently today is the day of issues. I was probably just in the flow better now this time. I think if I do that, like that. Oh, look at that. Fancy. Okay. It's part of it is like I need to make sure that it mostly lines up because that would suck otherwise. Is it actually supposed to go that way or is it supposed to go this way? It's supposed to go that way. Look at that. Yay, we did it. There is where the press-ons win. All right. Get. No, not like that. like this, please. Please. Hell yes, almost. Okay, Daddy's upstairs too if you want to chill upstairs. Haha! I win. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Pop. Okay. The struggles and tribulations. Okay. That's the next piece, not this piece. This is this piece. Gorgeous purple. It's like a nice, really dark grape tone color. Not tone, color. And then foldy, foldy. All right, we had already folded this. I'm like, this feels like it's already been folded. That's because it was good. Duh. All right, we got it. The zipper is ready to roll. This black zipper, however, is very like, what? What do you mean you want me to hold? Like, keep a crease line. I don't want to keep a crease line. Crazy lady. You're crazy. Yeah, no, I can't see that. Oh, there it is. I think. Yes. Like centered. Yay. 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 Last one here. Yay. Yay. Yatta. Okay. Last one to sew on this side, and then we'll go in and we will sew all the other ones. Oh, come on. Thank you. Okay, good. Okay. Ta-da! I'll have to trim down some threads there. That's fine. Now that's sewn in, it doesn't even matter. Like, they could cut on, it doesn't matter. Totally birds flying back and forth. Okay. Now. Oh, fuck yeah. Looking good, looking good. Hell yeah. Loving them. Loving them. Actually, so we're going to open up the zip because, no, not that far, because that just makes life messy and difficult. So, never mind. I was like, I'm going to open up the zipper because we're going to sew from that end and blah, 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 blah. Nope. Just leave it closed for now. For placing, leave it closed, please. Leave it closed. Leave it closed. Leave it closed, leave it closed, leave it closed. Then we line up all the sides. We line up the top and both of the sides. Doom, doom, doom. Dun, 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 dun. New Year's do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie 'em in a knot? Can you tie 'em in a bow? Can you throw over shoulder like a continental soldier? Do you hang low? Why do I feel like those are racial slurs now? I really probably should look that up before I start singing it on live stream. Okay, come on. Yeah, machine, you got it. Hell yeah. You totally got it. We all got it. Woohoo! Now the zip pull has to go back to the other side. Woohoo! Come on. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it, got it, got it. All right. One side finished up.
Come here. Back. Okay.
Thank you, Daddy.
Hey.
Hey. I'm gonna finish up zippers and I'll come up.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go upstairs with him.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll wrap up this and then I'll eat dinner and then come back down and finish. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See you in a bit.
See you.
You gonna hang out here?
I'm trying to put my pizza somewhere.
Okay. You might just need to go back to your chair instead of the big chair. Make sense? And then you can put it on the table. Hell yeah. Good job.
I'm also going to.
Yeah, just in case. Sounds good to me. All right. Line up the sides. Line up the sides. Sides, sides, sides. Line up the exteriors. Line up the exteriors. Line up the exteriors. Bum 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 bum. Exteriors, exteriors, exteriors. Line up exteriors. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Gonna sew it this way. Because that feels like it's going to be a better installation. Okay, come on. Yeah, go. Go forth. Yay, we're doing the thing. We're sewing the stuff. It's all lining up. Woohoo! This is a little more upset about the sewing, but that's okay. We're good. It's all good. Okay. Open the zip pull. Open the zipper. Get that zip pull out of the way. Thank you. Okay. Next is the. Oh. Oh no, the stack got all mixed up. All right. Actually, it's because we were starting from the opposite direction, basically. Yeah, I don't think that. I think it was better to sew it from the wax canvas side because it was sticking to the feed dogs. So, lesson learned. Sew it from with the wax canvas on top. Wax canvas on top. Wax canvas on top. Wax canvas on top. Dippity top, dippity top, dippity top, dippity top. That's not the right side. That's the right side. And this goes on top. That's the wax canvas. Line up the sides. Line up the sides. Woohoo. And then that goes across the top. Woohoo. Line up the sides and the middle. And the middle, because it's really sneaky. The middle likes to like droop, right? So line up the middle. Line up the middle. Line up the middle and everything's all droopy. Line up the middle. Line up the middle. And I mean, when I'm saying line up the middle right now, what I'm talking about is making sure that the middle of the zipper isn't like below the stitch line of the, or below the line that we're going to stitch for the top. That's what I'm talking about with the middle. When I'm saying line up the middle. All right. Matter, grumble. Hopefully my mic is picking up some of it at least. Every bag is made with love and curse words. Sorry guys. Just the way of it. No, come on. I was saying that it was better to go with the wax canvas on top. Don't prove me wrong. Okay, I am actually going to open this up a little bit more this direction first, and then we'll close it up in a moment. There we go. Needles down. We're in a good spot. It's well established on that end. So now I'm going to lift the foot, zip the zippity zip, and we are out of thread. God damn it. Oh, all the way back there. I think I broke it. Probably. Maybe we ran out. Nope, broke it. Damn it. Actually, when I come back for doing top stitching and stuff like that, we're going to change the needle because I think we're probably on end of life point of this for this one. Yeah, it's okay, but it's not very sharp. It's good enough for what we're doing right now. But for top stitching and stuff, we'll swap the needle. And then we'll finish out on that fresh needle too. And realistically, what time is it now? 2. And so like we've been sewing for 2, well, not sewing for 2 hours, but like, yeah, you know, the time, she adds up faster than you think. There we go. And then actually the zipper head wasn't a big deal in that case, so yay that. Okay. Do 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 do. 3. This will be 4 out of 11. So a third of the way through already. Yay! That's good. That is good. That is good. Very good. That is good. Very good. That is good. Bum, ba, bum, ba, da. Dun, da, da, dun, da, da, dun. Actually, maybe what I'll do when I get back so that it feels like a little bit of a reward is I might do, I'll still stream, but it'll be a quiet stream and we'll do audiobook listening. So if you want to join me to watch, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk. It just means that like my concentration will be more on the audiobook. But if there's chat in the chat, then like we will have that instead. I'm just thinking about like what we need to do next, and it's like side seams and leather, and it's just kind of like that's good work for doing, or good time for like audiobooks and concentrating in on actually getting everything settled well. Okay. Crepe cats. Number 5 of 11 is crepe cats. Super cute. Super cute. Crepe cats. Super cute. Super cute. Super cute. Yeah, next time we're definitely going to punch these holes when we're like done, because they kind of line up, but not very well. They line up well enough that we'll be able to use them this time. And that's the most I can say. And yeah. Good. Trim, trim, trim. All right. Zippers, top stitching, zippers, top stitching side seams. Zippers, top stitching side seams. That's what's left on these after we get these zippers installed. zippers, top stitching, and side seams. They're coming together really well. I'm very pleased. They're going to be so adorable once they're actually done. And these should be coming with me for Fibre Shindig on Saturday, which is super exciting. I had originally planned for these to be done in February, obviously, but time has just not been on my side this season yet. So we're going to do a little bit of catch up with getting them done now. And then next week we are going to be working on Kato bags, Dundern totes. Actually, that's one of the things I'm going to do on Sunday is I'm going to set up a table in the garage and do some... I'm just going to back that up because I wasn't able to actually backstitch it. And we're going to do a bit of backstitch just extra. I'm going to set up... We're going to... Ugh, okay, let's back it up. My booth is looking shabby. We are trying to do some booth upgrades that don't break the budget. But one of the big hurdles we had is that how do you support what I want to do? Like, do you build it? Do you get pipe and drape? Like, if you build it, how do you build it? Like, then I'm in the constraints of, like, I don't want to have a trailer to go out to the coast and, like, all of this. So I brainstormed that we actually should just get another tent frame to, like, why not, right? There is a support system, and it did not break the bank, and it fits in the truck. It's fucking heavy. It's so heavy, guys. It's like 60 pounds. I'm like, oh god. So like I can heft it around, but it's a damn good thing that I have people helping me at all of these shows where this is going to be set up. Anyway, so we're going to set that up on Saturday, and then I can set up a tent inside the canopy and be like, let's, like, Scotchgard the obi we're going to use for the Dundern totes. I think that's a good plan. And then it can dry out there because that is the one. So that's one of the big pros for the Otacoat is that it is quite, it's not scented, whereas the Scotchgard is heavily scented. It fades by the time that, like, it dries, which is, thank God. But, like, application time, it's disgusting. So realistically, I should be doing it outside in the wintertime or have, like, a massive respirator and good ventilation system. In reality, probably what I'll mostly do is spray it in the garage. The other thing is that I do want a surface where I'm not worried about damaging the surface. So I'm thinking just one of my, like, my fold-up pop-up tables will work the best. Anyway, we're going to work on those next week, and the Kato as well. I will be at Hanami with Ancient Arts Yarns on the 18th. I believe that is also 10 to 4. That sounds right to me. That's the usual timing for it. And then we'll be up in Dawson Creek for Peace Fibre Festival on April 26th. Last Sunday of April. So I am looking forward to all of those events. Obviously, we're a little bit behind, but when are we not a little bit behind? I might be a bit more behind than normal right now, but we'll catch up. It's all good. And if I don't, well, I don't, right? That's kind of where I'm at right now. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So 5 left to install the zipper on. And then we're going to go to break, full break. I will actually stop the stream. And then I'll figure out if I'm coming back or not. I might run away and just listen to my audiobook. I might come back. We've got top stitching left. We have side seams left. And then I need to make the leather for the actual, like, tabbities that will hold the crossbody straps. And then we'll have to make also the crossbody straps. Yeah. Or, like I said, I might come on and it'll just be like a chill ASMR-esque stream. I think that's probably more what it'll be. Because why not? I don't even know it. I haven't actually been watching the stream. Okay, you guys can... It's not, like, insanely blown out or anything. That's good. Because I'm like, my curtains are still open and it's feeling good because I'm getting a lot of sunshine on my legs. So I would prefer to keep it that way if it's not, like, insanely overexposed. And so far, so good, it looks like. Let me know if that changes. All right. We've got the zipper in there. We've got all our layers in there. Let's go. I do always forget that my feed dogs don't actually like this interfacing very much, so it always hesitates on sewing them. Whoops. Oh well. And we are going to run out, we're probably going to run out of thread before I finish this round. Ooh, boo. 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 Oh well. There are worse things to happen. By the way, we are very slowly creeping towards that 1,000 subscriber mark, so thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. We are current, as of today, at 864 subscribers. So we are 136 away from being offered monetization. And then after that, I need to maintain like watch hours and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. It may not be something that I am able to do, but I am trying to get there. We'll see what happens. Why not? It seems like one of the most popular, or actually my most popular short right now is the threading of the Juki, which is awesome. I love the fact that that is kind of what's been popping up in most people's feeds, because realistically, that is like seeing a full threading video for a Juki is pretty rare. I don't know if I've actually seen one, and if it's mine that you're seeing, awesome, I love it. And then the most popular video is actually like, of the posted videos, is the Knit City Calgary walkthrough, which I was actually going to go on and remind everyone that was like, oh my god, I didn't know it was in Calgary. It's in Calgary again this year. It's in September. It's the end of September, the 25th to the 27th, with the market being the 26th and the 27th. It's last weekend in September. It is the same dates as Vancouver, but in Calgary this year. So if you've been like, I haven't seen any information, there you go. That is the information that I can provide you. And it's at the Calgary Convention Center again. More information will be available as we approach the dates, obviously. My best suggestion, if you want to keep up with their news, because they don't just do Calgary and Vancouver, they do a lot of retreats. They've got like a retreat to Ireland right now, like a bunch of stuff. And retreats out on, so they have retreats in Ireland, Ireland, and then they do retreats around the island, in the small islands that surround Vancouver Island, in the fall and stuff like that, and Canmore Retreat and all this. So I would highly recommend following there, or subscribing to their newsletter anyway, just because it's like, why not? Keep abreast of the situations. And where. Anyway. But yeah, it's just like, wait, I could go in and like just comment, because I think there's quite a few comments where it's like people just didn't even know what was happening in Calgary. So just be like, hey, so heads up, it's in Calgary again this year. Anyway, so that's the most watched video. So the most watched short is me threading the Juki. The most watched video is the Knit City Calgary walkthrough, which, hey, awesome. And then the most watched live is some random one in December of 2024, 2025. Just like, I don't know what the algorithm picked up in it, but I'm like, all right, have at it. And it's like, go for it. Whatever. Algorithm is wild and weird and sometimes wonderful. I've definitely found some cool stuff on YouTube, but also just, yeah, I've also been very diligent about what I allow on my YouTube. I'm also diligent about it on Instagram. That has been one really nice thing about the so I ended up, of course, as soon as you start following any kind of science accounts about the moon launch, you end up with a lot of conspiracy theorists as well. Or if you go into the comment sections on a lot of it, same thing. So there's been a good blocking session happening on Instagram, because I'm just like, no, Cool. See ya. Here's the thing. Even it's like it's very likely that they're bots. It's very likely that they're not even real people. And it's like if they are real people, no. Sorry. No benefit. I don't have the energy to give benefit of the doubt anymore. So anyway, this comment sections have been a good area to do it. Just don't go into them if you're just gonna rage about it though, because honestly, not healthy. Don't do it. I am not rage blocking. I am very calmly and coolly going report. I just have to decide if it's better to report as spam or report as misinformation. I still haven't decided that yet. Seems like either, it doesn't matter. They're not going to do anything about it. So it's just like, that's why it's like report and block. Bye. Bye, Felicia. That indicates that's a woman, but it's not all women. It's not all men. It actually seems like it's mostly bots. But I also don't need bots in my Instagram either, so I am out of bobbin thread. God damn. Of course it's on the like very last one. At least no, we're gonna go back in and we'll finish up a little bit of a stitch on that one. Just because it looks like it might have backstitched, but we're not gonna trust it. More stitching in this case, in that portion, is better than less stitching. It's fine. Does it take a bit more thread? Yep. Is it going to break the bank? Nope. Thankfully. I think I actually found a thread supplier in not Calgary, but Canada that does a comparable one, or what seems to be a comparable one to Gutermann, and at least for like material composition. And then for a comparable comparable price to what I used to pay for Gutermann. So I'm like, worth a try. And it's made in Canada. Yay. So I think we'll go in and next time I do a thread order, that's where I'm going to order from. Because why not? Actually, I should order from them with enough time to place another order with Wawak in case it's not. Right? So like, don't leave it to the last minute. I don't normally with my thread anyway. But yeah, so next thread order, we'll go in and we'll do a order with them. Or like, yeah, because I think we're set for white for a little bit. We'll probably need to make an order this summer. But all right. There is, oh, actually, no, that's a lie, because I said I was going to just backstitch this a little bit more. So I'm going to actually go in from this direction, like this, lock it in. There we go. Alrighty. So that is the end of this stream. I'm going to head out, have a break, have a little bit of food, like dinner, and then we'll come back down. Yeah, and I think it's going to be like an audiobook and sew with me kind of stream. We're going to go in and we're going to top stitch, and then we're going to do all our side seams, and then we got to go in and put our leather. Yeah, I really don't like how those ended up getting placed. It's not like you're going to be able to tell, but oh, maybe you will. Damn it. Oh no, it's not bad once you actually get it folded in. Anyway, we're definitely going to do, yeah, so I think this portion we'll top stitch it, and then next time we'll go in and that's when we'll actually punch the holes so that everything like lines up correctly. It's fine for this one. They're learning curve ones, but it is a little bit annoying. I could always do the side insert ones, but like I said, sewing over the wax canvas along with the wax canvas is quite a few layers for this machine. So maybe once we get the cylinder arm with the walking foot, that's something that we can revisit. Anyway, if you don't join me later, thank you for joining me on this one. And we will be back in a little bit on a new stream for audiobooks and finishing of the Cambridges. So I hope you all have a fantastic time whenever you are. And I'll chat with you all really, really soon. Bye.